Come in.
Mark, I'm Sean from Salesforce.
Hi, nice to meet you, Sean.
Nice to meet you. Here's my business card, so you can contact me anytime. And thank you for taking time to meet with me today.
Yeah, of course.
I know you do have a lot on your plate, and Kevin's actually told me a lot about you and Lennox in general, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how we can help support your growth.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And just before we get started, I want to make sure that 10 minutes is okay with you.
Yeah, 10 minutes is great, yeah, perfect.
Okay, perfect. And the purpose of this meeting is to kind of discuss your current system, and then any challenges you're running into, we'd like to solve those as well.
Okay.
And one more quick thing before we dive in. When it comes to adopting a new platform like Salesforce, is there any other key decision makers involved?
Yeah, that's a good question. Typically, we have a few layers of decision makers involved in processes, regarding buying anything. So I oversee the evaluation of the platforms if it's fit for our team, but ultimately Kevin and the IT department have the final say on anything related to buying a CRM. So we'll also likely loop them in, and probably some of the sales managers and a few of the territory managers as well to get their input. But ultimately, it's Kevin and the IT department's decision.
Okay, perfect. Let's jump in. The first question I have for you is: do you currently have a CRM system?
Right now, we actually don't have one in place. So right now, we use everything with Microsoft Office tools, especially Excel. That's probably our biggest one that we use. While it's worked for us in the past pretty well, as we've grown and gotten pretty big, it's starting to become a bit of an issue just because we need something a little more structured and scalable to keep up with the number of accounts that we're currently holding.
And you did mention something about the number of accounts and the kind of the rapid growth. How many active accounts do you currently have?
Right now, we have around 7,000 active accounts and dealers. It's kind of a lot, and with so many moving parts and pieces, it's pretty hard to track everything efficiently. Using our current setup of Excel. So I think we need something that's easier to use and just that's more scalable.
Right. And also, I wanted to ask you about your team. Would you say it's on the larger side or more on the smaller side?
Definitely on the larger side. We've got about 180-ish territory managers, around 24 district managers, and I'd say 50 inside sales reps. So that's a lot of people managing accounts. So we definitely have to stay organized.
And I also want to know a little bit more about your team members.
Okay.
About how much time do they spend outside of the office?
So our territory managers, I'd say, spend about 75% of their time outside the office. They're constantly visiting with clients, prospecting for new ones, and just maintaining relationships with our current clients. And they're constantly having to have up-to-date information while on the go is pretty essential.
And how do your field reps access data when they're outside the office?
Right now, they access it through Excel, shared files, or other manual processes like just writing it down on their notebooks or on their notes on their phone.
And how do you think this process is currently working for your team?
To be honest, it's not working that great as it has been in the past. I think the lack of real-time data and updates just slowing us down. Our field teams don't really have the visibility that they need, and our managers like myself don't really have a clear view of what's happening in the field.
On average, how many hours do you think a centralized system could help save your employees?
I'd say about a decent amount of time. Definitely. Our managers and sales reps could probably spend right now 5 to 6 hours a week just inputting data. So just having a centralized system could save us 5 to 6 hours a week, which is a really significant amount of time that we could use reaching out to other clients and potential new business.
Right, and I'm sure that saves a lot of money as well. Right?
Definitely, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. How about for yourself? Have you ever had an instance where kind of this lack of visibility impacted the decision-making process?
Definitely, yeah. There's been times when I had to call one of our sales rep in the field and ask them like, hey, where's this piece of information? Just because I can't get the data until they come back to the office, but I needed it at that very moment.
Yeah.
So just because they weren't there, I had to reach out to them, and that definitely slowed everyone down in the process.
Mm-hmm. And now I'm going to take a little step back and kind of look at the system as a whole. Is there anything that you like about your current system that you use?
On Excel, right now, it's pretty easy to use. I'd say that everyone knows how to use it. Everyone's been using it for a long time. There's not much of a learning curve, and people can customize Excel how they see fit. So that's definitely one of the pluses for Excel is that it's very easy to use.
Mm-hmm. And then in terms of looking at CRMs in general, what would your ideal CRM include?
Ideally, I think most importantly, we need something with real access to customer data and just deal information, especially for our field teams. We'd also probably want better reporting tools just so our managers can track performances and identify trends more easily. And just we'd like to have a way to collaborate, communicate seamlessly between all of our teams. That's probably the most important thing, just seamless collaboration.
Right. And you mentioned a lot of features about different CRMs. And what are some goals that you would like to achieve with the CRM?
We're definitely looking to streamline our process, reduce any inefficiency that might be there, and just improve communication across the team.
So essentially all about increasing efficiency, improving communication, as well as overall the customer relationship.
Of course,
right?
yeah, that's the most important thing, customer relationships.
Yeah, and I wanted to add on a little about this. I wanted to know more about your emphasis of customer relationships. Do you think a CRM will help build these customer relationships?
Most definitely, yeah. So it'll help with our current customers, just track every interaction, follow more consistently, which is really just the key to maintaining a strong relationship. And we'd also be able to spot accounts that are at risk sooner and take action before things escalate. And should help us build a longer lasting relationship with a more meaningful connection with our customers.
Right, and speaking on these longer lasting relationships, have you ever lost any potential customers due to not having a centralized system?
Yeah, unfortunately, there have been some times where we lost potential customers due to just miscommunication or missed follow-ups.
Mm-hmm.
So we definitely need some kind of centralized system, so stuff doesn't easily fall through the cracks like that.
And for yourself, what would a CRM make? What difference would a CRM system make for you as a manager?
It would make a pretty big deal. Like I said, we would have access to that real-time data
Right.
when I need it, when I want it, and I won't have to constantly be calling the sales reps in the field, taking valuable time away from them building more relationships with our customers. So it would definitely make my job easier, just job of everyone easier.
Right. And do you have any concerns about implementation or just anything in general about integrating a CRM system?
I'd say my main concern is just the disruption that could come with implementing a new system. Like I said, our whole team is really familiar with Excel, and we're already really busy. So I feel like any downtime or productivity that could potentially be lost by switching over systems would be a really big challenge. I just want to make sure that the platform integrates smoothly into our current workflow without too many hiccups.
Mm-hmm. And what do the next steps look like for your potential implementation of a CRM software?
So the next step would definitely just be to schedule a meeting with Kevin and our IT department, and definitely probably some of our sales reps and territory managers, and probably just give them like a demo of Salesforce just to see what we're working with, if our team even likes it, if I like it. I'd say that'd be the next steps.
Okay. And what about the timeline? What are you guys thinking of?
We're looking to implement a potential new CRM within, I'd say, 2 to 3 months. Definitely, we'd have to, I'd say, start pretty basic. Probably just give it to one team, and then scale it up further from there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just want to thank you for all this information. This is very beneficial to my team.
Yeah, no problem.
And we'll be glad to go back to you. And based on this conversation, we're looking for a system that has more centralization, more accessibility, and overall just better communication with the internal structure of the company. And I'd just love to set up a meeting with you and Kevin.
Yeah, of course.
Next week, if that works with you.
Yeah, next week works perfect. Yeah.
Okay. Does Wednesday morning work for you?
Wednesday at 10 works great. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Just check in with Kevin as well.
All right, sounds good. It was
Thank
nice
you so much.
meeting
Nice meeting you.
Sean.